Hey guys, Zach here. I know it's called football. Thanks for joining me. Arsenal 5, Sunderland 1 in the Carabao Cup. The quarterfinal now. Arsenal, the first team through to the semi-finals. A comfortable win in the end. I think expected to win. Arsenal always favorites in this competition, but you look at stats, and in fact, the last time Sunderland did beat Arsenal was in this competition, I think 20 years ago or something like that, at Highbury, actually, 2002. Something like that. Something in that stat is wrong. But Arsenal are through. The rest of the games are being played tomorrow. Could be Brentford, Chelsea, Liverpool, Leicester City, Tottenham, West Ham. I would love to get Tottenham in the semifinal. And I know they're maybe a bit of a different team now with Antonio Conte in. Brilliant manager, obviously, but a semifinal with against Tottenham would be great, I think. And certainly Liverpool or Chelsea in the final. You have to say though they're definitely favorites out of the teams that are left. But Arsenal in good form, man, and you have to put form above everything else. And I think that's now 4 wins out of 4. We've only conceded 2 goals, I think, in these last 4 games. So yeah, brilliant win today for the Arsenal and Mikel Arteta's men. The star of the show, really, Eddie Nketiah coming in. I think 9 goals now in this competition in the calendar year. Bagged a hat trick today. Really, really nice finish, especially for that last one, man. The back heel, all the work that Nuno Tavares did throughout the whole game, but for that goal specifically, that assist, excuse me. He's a workhorse, man. Nuno Tavares is so impressive. The way he can kind of get around players and don't I'm going to say this in comparison, not as in terms of quality, but the way that he likes to get around the pitch. It's a lot like Alexander Trent Alexander-Arnold, excuse me. The way he'll kind of find himself in the midfield or making room and the passes he plays he's quality. He's just quality. Obviously, he's no Trent Alexander-Arnold, but I think there's some similarities there. And every time he plays, he really just seems to, what a bargain, him and Tomiyasu specifically. So a big shout out to Eddie Nketiah for his hat trick. Nuno Tavares played a really, really good game today. Also at left back, the stats were pretty flattering. 19 shots for Arsenal, 10 of them were on target. Defensively pretty sound. Of course, the goal we conceded. We seem to have a lot of these. We beat Tottenham 3-1, Leeds 3-1, Sunderland 5-1. So there seems to be a little bits of hints of these laps of defensive errors, and I suppose it wasn't exactly an error. I believe it was El Neni who gave the ball away a little cheapishly. Leno just kind of beaten, chipped. It was a good finish. It was a quality finish. So not too much Leno could have done about that. I saw a bunch of people saying Ramsdale would have saved it. Ramsdale seems that he could save just about anything. So, but look, it's important we got the win in the semifinal. Yeah, man, Leno not really at fault for me. It was a good finish in my opinion. Nicolas Pepe scored a goal and assisted Charlie Patino's first goal for the club. First senior goal, of course, his debut. Got about 10 minutes on the pitch, looked pretty sharp. The finish was, it was set up on a platter for him, but you have to say a lot of nerves probably going through him making that first team appearance at home. Also, the Emirates, the crowd went pretty crazy when he came on the pitch. I'm excited to see him. Number 87, the same number that Bukayo Saka, if you do remember, it seems like ages ago now. The shirt that he wore, number he wore under Unai Emery when he made his senior team debut. So we know how that went. We know how things went with Emile Smith-Rowe. So who's to say we don't have another top quality talent coming through the ranks, and clearly that's the word around the street and the word really around Hale End. Even posts from Jack Wilshere on Instagram praising Charlie Patino for his goal. Videos in the locker room afterwards also giving a lot of praise to the 18-year-old. It was just brilliant to see. I thought as soon as Pepe played that ball in, I saw Patino, Eddie Nketiah standing right behind him, but he'd had his hat trick already, so why not not fight over it, and he slotted it away. So yeah. Fantastic, man. Really, really good. I thought Pepe overall. I mean, he scored the goal, got help with a big deflection. Again, it seems to be the same. He worked hard. Don't get me wrong. Pepe worked really hard today. Deserved that goal. I think the assist was all him. I mean, the way he was terrorizing that left back. I can't remember his name. Forgive me. Two nutmegs and really just kind of running rampant there. But he just seems, man, like I've said this before. He's got like bobbleheads for feet. It's like sometimes he'll have this perfect touch with the ball over the top, and other times he tries to dribble and it just doesn't work. I'm so divided by Pepe. Like last season, we saw him when it comes to finishing. I think he's brilliant. He's a great finisher. I mean, confident to shoot from outside the box, and he is confident to take players on as well. But I just don't know, man. He's obviously not the manager's favorite, and when you look at Bukayo Saka, what he's doing on the right, I mean, he's never going to start over Saka unless, God forbid, he gets injured or something goes horribly wrong, or I mean, he's just irreplaceable. So I don't know what's going to happen with Pepe. Again, did all right today, good assist, a goal, overall, but it was sort of the same stuff, and I think if you would start in the Premier League or come on in the Premier League, you just would kind of see a little more of the inconsistency, and it's kind of like a quarter toss. Like every time he goes to take a player on, you don't know, you're not really confident that he's going to beat that player. Like when I see Emile Smith-Rowe dribbling at a player, I'm almost certain that he's going to beat them or at least get clear, get himself out of pressure. So yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be hard on the guy. Overall he had a decent game. So shout out to Nicolas Pepe. It was nice to see him on the pitch, but yeah, I wasn't like overly impressed or thought he had some insane game. So yeah, that's all I'll say about that. Martinelli, when he came on, looked bright. Bit of a harsh challenge on him. It didn't look as bad. I thought it was studs at first. I was sort of screaming for a red card, but it was a rough tackle, but looked to be all right. I thought he brought that same energy he always does. Quick passes, quick on the ball. So good to see Martinelli getting a couple minutes out there today. Odegaard, I thought, was really, really good in the first half. Just controlled the game the whole time he was on the pitch, really, until Granit Xhaka came on and a couple substitutions were made. Emile Smith-Rowe came off, but before that did really well. I think the intricate passes that he, the way he's so comfortable in those tight spaces. I mean, Emile Smith-Rowe, he's just brilliant. So a good game from him as well. I talked about Nuno Tavares. Cedric, I thought, did okay. It's sort of backup right back. You're not expecting anything crazy. We're playing Sunderland, so you'd expect, of course, our players to, have a bit more quality than those Sunderland players. So, yeah, Cedric did all right. I mean, nothing spectacular. Elneny, again, decent game from him. I think was at fault for the goal we conceded. For you could put some blame on him, I think. But yeah, Granit Xhaka come on, done pretty well. Was important, in the lead up to Charlie Patino's goal, and yeah, he just does well. I mean, he's very, very good at finding that wide pass, whether it's Nuno Tavares or Pepe on the right or Cedric out there. He's very good at doing that. I know every time Granit gets the ball and he's anywhere 40 yards from goal, you hear the crowd saying shoot, but I mean, we know he could score from there, but yeah, he did all right. Balogun looked a bit shy out there today, like not that he got bullied, but when you see him play for the under-23s and for England, the under-21s, he's just a menace, and he's just a monster. And in my opinion, I think it would do him pretty good to go out on loan, give him 6 months. We know how well Emile Smith-Rowe did when he went on loan. I think the Hull City loan was really the one where he excelled and started to find his groove and find what's working for him. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's Hull City. I don't know what could happen, but January, while it's a difficult window, you do see quite a bit of loan deals going on. 6 months, let him get some first-team football every week, 2 games maybe a week, depending on where he goes. It would be nice to see him in England. It would be quick. So we'll see what happens there, but yeah, we got a couple more games now. Of course, we have the game on Boxing Day, Norwich City. So that back to the Premier League, Arsenal in 4th place, perhaps not sitting too comfortable. We got West Ham chasing us. If they win, I think they'll be 2 points behind. United 2 games to play. Tottenham, if they win all 3 games, they'll be 3 points ahead of us. So it's crunch time. It really is time to grind, and it'll be Wolves next. I think Arsenal, I saw, only team that will be playing 2 games in 48 hours. So again, it's just these little things where you see it and you just think, Jesus, man, like we're the only team to do that. I mean, I don't even know what to think about it. I don't get me started. I'll start ranting about VAR and the Liverpool Spurs game, and don't get me started. I will stop there, you guys. Thank you very much. If you have made it this far, I really do appreciate it. So thanks very much for watching. If you have anything, your comments on the game, you can always hit me up on Twitter. You can give me a comment here on YouTube. Twitter for me is much more fun. It's much more interactive. So give me your thoughts there on the game, on Norwich, top 4 going forward. Your opinions on Aubameyang and where we could sit come this Christmas period. Guys, again, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you when I see you.